Raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
Budweiser back to big Clydesdales.
Oh, there's the new Budweiser ad. Seems like all the rest of the old Budweiser ads. It's a theme. It's a thing. It's worked out for them for a long time. It's got some attention because of all the talk about Bud Light and Dylan Mulvaney. People are surprised that Budweiser's still Budweiser. Some of those folks that are surprised, their name is Joe Rogan and Jim Brewer.
And you see the response that Bud had, the most recent response? It's like the dumbest pro-America rah. Like, we don't know who you really are now.
What lunacy is going on
It's
right now?
such
There's no
lunacy.
other way to explain it.
Bro, you got to watch this Bud Light commercial. This new Bud Light commercial. Find the new Bud Light commercial. It's the dumbest pro-America rah. It's so stupid and cliche. It hurts my feelings. It's so dumb. Listen. This is a company in deep shit. And they make things like this. Look, you got the prairies, the ocean, you got a Clydesdale running down the street. No, I would respect them
what this is.
if they had this, and then Dylan Mulvaney just starts cartwheeling into the frame. Day 368 of womanhood.
This is what some CEOs like.
Yeah.
Who is in charge? He's 90 years old. Get him. And he comes, well, this is how we used to do it. You need the goddamn Clydesdale, first of all.
Look at this.
I think Brewer gave away the whole game there. This is what they've always done. He said some old executive came in and said, let's go back to the old ways. That's the same way they've always been. This is just the way it works, Francesca. But for some reason, they have to stick on this whole thing like, have you seen a Clyde? Look at them going to Clydesdales and grains in the field, mountains and rivers. That's been Anheuser-Busch since 1932 with these kinds of ads. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it's that or just Coors is also Anheuser-Busch, correct? It's either that or it's like, remember when they had their twins thing? Like, I like beer and football and twins. And there's like two blonde women. That's like Coors. And you're like, it's like if Coors were to just do that again. They're like, I like t-shirt content. Like it's the same. Budweiser, it's supposed to make you feel like you're drinking America in a bottle, the way things were. And they're freaking out about it as if it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they would have done. They could have had Dylan Mulvaney. They could have, what if it was like, a black beauty, like a black horse. You're like, oh, we see what they're doing. They're just picking on anything. Oh, that horse is both white. It's brown and white. You know what that's a miscegenation message. Like, what are you picking up on? It's the same stuff.
And it works. It's always worked for them. That's the thing. By the way, little secret for these two guys. Come July 4th, you're going to have Budweiser cans that have this thing called an American flag on them. So when you say, where are they getting this American flag from and putting it on their cans so that people can be drinking it and think that it's somehow a different beer that they didn't drink on February 7th. Whatever reason it is, they'll skip by because they have this continuing drumbeat of look at what Budweiser is doing to your life. They're selling you something. And now folks who maybe missed the Dylan Mulvaney controversy are back to the Clydesdales, flowing fields, and bad beer.